Raymond and Maisie Huggins are both in their 90s, but when they started feeling run down, they didn't accept it as an inevitable consequence of age. Doctors told them the problem was that a key valve in both of their hearts had become stiff and narrow. All the blood to the body passes through that valve, the aortic valve, so their bodies were being starved of oxygen. A few years ago, that would have been the end of the conversation. Open heart surgery was the only way to replace that valve, and it is not an option for the very old. It is not only the risk that a person in his or her 90s will not survive the operation, there is also a recovery time of up to 6 months. When you are in your 90s, 6 months represents a significant percentage of the time you have left. But today there is another option, called transcatheter aortic valve replacement (TAVR). Instead of stopping the heart and opening the chest, surgeons insert a long catheter into a large artery in the leg. When it reaches the heart, they push the old, stiff valve to the side and insert a new artificial one next to it. The heart never stops beating and recovery time is minimal. Maisie and Raymond started dating more than 75 years ago, in Moundsville, West Virginia, where they still live today. In all their years together, they have pretty much done everything together. Neither one of them could exist without the other, says their son Roger Huggins. Where one goes, the other has to go. Related, still pumping. She was given a year. She's going on 6, so the decision about whether or not to have the TAVR operation was a joint one. We was eating supper one night, Maisie remembers. Raymond got up from the table and he said, "I'm going to have that operation," and I said, "If you have it, I'm having it," and that just put the clinker on it. Cleveland Clinic agreed to perform the 2 operations back-to-back on the same day so they could recover together. "The first thing we thought is that we have to help these people," says Samir Kapadia, MD, director of the catheterization lab at Cleveland Clinic. "This is such a rare situation where people have been together so long and they love each other so much. Maisie now has enough energy that she's going to church again. We feel like we're starting all over."